Let's talk about the murder of the children of the corn. Yeah, corn. I want some corn.
I don't.
I like corn.
Does this make you not want to eat corn now?
No, that didn't even fucking appear that much in the movie anyway. Fucking children appeared more than corn. What's the point? Children of the corn, children of the wheat field. That's
okay. This
is so bland. The greatest joke ever made.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Welcome back to the Charming Analysis Halloween Spectacular.
Yeah.
2022. Yep. Spoopy season is upon us, everybody.
And I decorated the whole room, and I'm happy about it, you know?
Just a heads up, we're recording this literally a month early, so yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys will be seeing this next month. Not yet, but next month.
Later.
So
when Mari finishes the thumbnail.
I already did the thumbnail.
Well, when you send it to me.
I sent it to you already.
Oh, you did? Well.
Whatever. This will be posted next month.
Whatever.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Charming Analysis Podcast. And welcome back to the Halloween Spectacular 2022.
I'm a bat.
I'm Mari.
I'm a bat.
That's Jay. And today, for our first Halloween Spectacular podcast, we decided to do a double feature. According to Jay, he wanted to do a double feature.
We're going to do double features for every single one of these. Because,
really?
Yeah, we got a lot.
Okay, fine. We'll do the double features. Okay, so for the first episode of the Halloween Spectacular series, we decided to watch Children of the Corn, the original one, the 1984 one. And we are also going to be talking about Werewolves Within. So which one do you want to start off with first?
I guess we'll start with Werewolves Within.
Alright, so basically here's the gist of it from what I saw. This movie came out last year. Werewolves Within is about a man named Finn who ends up going to Beaverfield, and basically it's a mystery to find out who's killing everyone. And it's a werewolf movie, so fuck yeah!
It's a werewolf mystery comedy movie.
And, yeah.
And that's what it is.
This was something I actually wanted to watch, like, as soon as
You didn't even know what it was.
I didn't even know what it was about, but it had the word werewolf in it, and I was like, fuck yeah, we're watching something about werewolves.
Because
I like werewolves.
You like werewolves.
I actually like werewolves, yeah. Alright, so what did you think of Werewolves Within, honey? Let's hear your opinion first.
It's an ensemble comedy movie, and I thought, how do I put this? I don't know, the premise is good. Yeah, I think, like, some of the comedy bits worked.
And some of them are kind of just, like, hit or miss.
Yeah, but, way too many cast members.
I didn't think there was
I think there was, and it kind of takes away, like, all of it, because you don't spend more than 5 minutes with an individual one, or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm, like, you know, if you want to talk about comedy-type horror shit, I remember so much from Krampus than, this one, because I don't know, it was, I guess because they were killed off one by one, and this one just decided to do a free-for-all, which is less memorable to me than, like, just killing them one by one. Yeah, but, like, I just, you know, at least I got to know at least how the characters died. Like, that's what makes the ensemble cast memorable, is, like, in a horror thing, because you get to see how they die, and you get to see what stupid thing they do when they die. You know? That's the whole point of an ensemble cast of being killed off.
Yeah.
So, or murder mystery or whatever. You just see one standing at the end. Or two standing, that's pretty much.
So you're kind of like meh about the movie.
I'm meh about it. I like the premise. I like that we get more comedies. You know, make way for the ones in the future, you know?
Yeah.
I just thought that it was too many characters to fit into one
narrative.
Yeah.
Well, I personally liked this movie. I thought
Because
it was interesting.
because I did not remember. I don't remember a single name or like
I know like,
much of a personality
I remember
traits.
Half the cast.
Yeah.
I remember half of the cast.
I mean, I remember those adults and kids from Krampus a lot more because they had a lot more to do. I don't know. They had a lot more personality than this.
yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know. It was just...
Personally, I actually like this
I don't know
movie.
why I'm comparing it
Okay.
to Krampus, but I just kind of am because that just did it better. It does it better for me.
Okay. Well, personally for me, I actually really liked this movie. I thought it was interesting. Like, I feel like it had the perfect mix of comedy and horror.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I normally with some of those kind of movies, I kind of have a feeling I know where it's going to go. But this one, I really didn't know where it was going to go. And, like, you would think, oh, this person's going to be the werewolf, and they end up not being. Oh, this person's going to be the werewolf, and it's not them. We're going to get into slight spoiler territory with this one. So if you haven't seen
already
it...
spoiled it.
But yeah, like, if you haven't seen Werewolves Within and you want to see it, go watch it before you finish this podcast. But I did not expect the female lead... what was her... I forgot her name, but... Like, the girl... The male lady. I did not expect the male lady to be the werewolf. I actually thought it was going to be... what was that guy's name? The hunter guy. I thought it was gonna be him. I thought he was the werewolf guy for the longest time, like everybody else did. But I did not expect.
Never gonna be the one you suspect.
I didn't think the werewolf the male lady was gonna be the werewolf.
I would have been fine with just like a whodunit mystery with the werewolf, but they didn't really go that out because they waited till the last 30 minutes.
Yeah,
and then everybody got killed, and then nobody lived, and I was like,
the only people that lived were like the hunter guy and the ranger. They're the only ones that lived.
Yeah,
and
the twist is that they're all
the
werewolves. I think.
You think they're all werewolves?
I think that was the twist. Or they killed the werewolf, and then some of them lived, and that's it. And it's a town that's no more town.
Yeah, like, I thought it was interesting. But, like, okay, so I know your flaw, like, what you don't like about it and stuff. The only thing I really didn't like about it was, like, the craft lady's husband made me very uncomfy in a lot of ways.
That wasn't him.
What
do you mean? You talking about the pervert?
Yeah.
That wasn't him that got killed.
I know, but...
Wait, what?
He was talking
about the...
I'm telling you about...
Yeah,
he was the thing that I did not want... The main thing I didn't like about that movie, I was like, I don't mind people being friendly, but the way he was doing it was just over the line.
Isn't that the point?
Between friendly and too far.
Okay.
I did not like how they portrayed that guy. But other than that, I think it's a solid movie. Do you have anything good to say about this movie?
I told you it's a good premise, and I like the setting of it. And I think.
And what you don't like about it is, you feel like it's not.
Yeah, it's
not memorable enough.
It's not. I don't think it was a good. I think they could have like done stuff in that runtime that like got us to know a lot more better what these characters were about, but
besides the basic shit.
Yeah.
You feel like you could have explored them more, which I can understand. We should have explored them more, which I get, honestly. Like, I'm surprised that, they didn't go into detail more about each character. Mm-hmm. They just made just simply based on, like, their tropes. Like, oh, there's the gay guys. Well, the gay couple. There's the hillbilly. There's the hillbilly's wife.
There's the artsy people. There's the scientist. There's the
mailman.
Police officer.
There's the scientist.
There's the hunter. Yeah.
They basically give you the basic gist of it. I wish they would have went a little bit more in depth depth into each character. Because you really don't get to see much besides that. And that
I wonder if we see Knives Out, which is just a murder clue mystery thing. I wonder, because it has a big ensemble cast too. I want to see it before the sequel comes out, at least. I wonder if that's going to have the same problems, or if it's not, because...
I don't know.
Normally that's what I have with these types of movies. The pacing's too quick. I don't know. I'm hoping not. I'd like to see another.
Yeah, but yeah, basically the gist of it, I thought it was okay. Like, I thought the movie was good. I liked it personally. There's a couple things I have issues with it, but a lot of them are, like, very minor issues. Like, the guy being really weird and uncomfy and just... I feel like the werewolf design could have been a little bit better when we actually get to see the werewolf. I feel like they could have went more traditional werewolf where they actually look more like a wolf. They literally just, like, morph the face and the claws. Like, that was it.
Oh,
and
traditional werewolves don't even look like that.
Oh.
Traditional werewolves are slanky and long, and they're more like what you see on those. The only reason they make it more werewolf is because effects. That's it.
I would rather them appear more wolf-like, but that's just me. That's just personally me. I think it would have looked better.
You dirty fucker.
Hey! I'm not. I just like don't judge me. But yeah, that's really my only complaints with it. Other than that, I think it's a solid movie, and I would watch it again. I would fucking watch it again.
I know.
But
just like
wolves. So let's give our rating for this, and we'll talk about Children of the Corn. But
give it a 6 out of 10.
You give it a 6 out of 10. I give my rating would be an 8.5. I think it's solid, but I don't think it's the best movie out there. But I do think it's a good movie, and I would probably watch it again. I'm not gonna lie, I would. Alright, so before we talk about Children of the Corn, we're gonna talk about a few things and get the elephant out of the room.
What are you talking about? You've never even seen the sequels. I only have memory from it from childhood, honey.
I know,
you don't have to talk about the elephant in the room when you haven't seen it.
Okay.
You don't need to talk about that. Just say you watched Children of the Corn, yada yada, the original, and we might get to the sequels later. That's it. That's all you need to say.
But yeah, we've only watched... we decided to just watch the original. We are planning on eventually watching the sequels and eventually doing a podcast on the rest of the franchise. It's just...
Which I don't understand. But
we're going to have to figure out how to talk about it and all that stuff. But we're not going to focus on that now, but just letting you know, we are eventually going to do a podcast on the rest of them. We just wanted to do the first one, get our toes in the water, feel
Guys,
it out,
they
I guess.
did not like horror movies before I introduced them, and now they want to watch every single shitty sequel that
I
there
don't
is to
care if
everything.
it's shitty. I will still want to watch it.
I will never forgive you for Candyman. What was it, 3? What was it?
I'm sorry.
I don't remember. I fell asleep during Candyman.
like the third Candyman, and I will never forgive you.
I am sorry, okay? Like, I'm trying, okay? I'm trying.
I'm trying to get through this with beer.
Jay. You still owe me for, like, the rest of the Home Alone franchise. You still owe me.
What rest of home? I only showed you 2.
We never went past that. We still get to
Exactly.
watch them. We're still going to watch them.
Oh, God.
But not, I don't know if we're doing it this year or not, but that's not for a while. Anyway, next one we're going to talk about is the 1984 version of Children of the Corn. So why don't you explain what it is, honey, since you've apparently seen it.
Children kill their adults in a small town, and they religiously follow the corn demon, and this couple happens to go through town.
Named Bert and Vicky.
Yeah, they go through town, and then the children want to kill him for their god, and that's the premise for however many movies that they have. And first movie is boring as shit, like a lot of Stephen King films are. Honestly.
Yet people still watch them.
Oh, people still watch the remakes of them. I can only think of like several like movies from the earlier set of films that like only people really like. I think Creepshow was one of them. We should watch the Creepshow movies. Creepshow.
Trick or Treat.
No. What?
Never mind.
What the fuck? No, that wasn't Wow. Okay, you're a lot more drunker than me right now.
No, I'm not.
No. It maybe. Shit. What else? Is Misery? I don't know if Misery. I don't think Misery's. No. I don't know.
Anyway,
Name anything that doesn't have shitty CG, and probably that's the one.
Anyway, so that's basically the gist of Children of the Corn. We decided to watch the original one, which came out in 1984. What did you think of the first of Children of the Corn, like the original?
It's fucking boring.
Really?
Yeah, what? You just said that the first thing that happened was you saw a child getting hit by a car, and then 40 minutes later you saw them blow... Or not 40 minutes, an hour later you saw them blow up the demon, and then that's basically what happened. That's all that happened.
I feel like this movie is mostly talking, but...
It's mostly just, hey, I see something over there. You know,
I feel like they could have done a lot more with the movie. I will admit that. But to me, it's interesting. Like, I would like to see the other ones just to see how they, like, get through the story and if it gets any better.
Have fun.
Good Lord.
Have fun with that. Do you think about Stephen King's, what do you think about whenever Stephen King says, fuck the Bible? And just...
No comment.
No comment!
Like, I'm not doing any comments about that. We're not going to get into that, honey.
Okay.
Because there's no point in us getting into that.
It's in every single one of them.
And we ain't going to talk about it.
Oh my god.
Anyway. So, what are some good things about Children of the Corn that you actually like? That aren't boring? What do you actually like about it?
When the children get when I like the aesthetic of the children, like putting the adults up in the cornfield like crosses. I think that's really clever.
Okay.
I like when I like the setting of the town. I think like the setting of the town, like where no adults and just kids, and just the kids are the violent ones, is really creepy and weird. But I'm tired of always seeing that trope of just because it comes out of a child's mouth, it's scary. I don't really care for that trope at all.
Yeah.
Like,
I can understand that.
I don't care. This thing should speak for itself and everything. Corn's not scary. I really don't understand.
I don't get that part
scary.
either.
When they wrap around his leg like Evil Dead, I'm kind of just like, why?
I was more just like, how the fuck did they do that and not make it look just cheesy?
It is cheesy. What are you talking about? The kid flew up in the air like Superman.
Okay, like, legit, I'm gonna say this now. If you do watch the original, it's very corny. I'm gonna
pun
admit
intended.
that now. Actually, yeah, pun intended.
Pun intended.
It's very corny. Yeah. Like, this is something you could tell was made in the 80s.
Yeah. The main kid actor is played by a 30-year-old man.
I still can't believe that.
Which
like, that baffles me.
I don't care because he sounds like a child. So.
Like, legit, I didn't realize that was a 30-year-old man.
And he didn't do nothing, at least I hope he didn't do nothing to those kids. So, good props on you. Good. Good for you.
Good Lord, Jay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I can't say that about the other ones.
I get it, honey.
Can't say that.
Anyway.
It's tackling too much. That's what the thing is. It's tackling too much. You get you already have a premise about this couple coming in from out of town, and then you go into a town where kids are the murderers. That's an already interesting premise, but I don't get why you had to add a demon.
Yeah. Okay, I will admit this though. I do think it's an interesting concept. I think it's interesting. It kind of legit. I was telling Jay about this. It's like Kids Next Door, but way more fucked up.
Yeah, look at that.
It's way more fucked up Kids Next Door, in a sense. Where the kids are basically defeating all the adults and killing them and shit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's kind of how I see this, in a sense. I will admit, though, I don't like the idea of the demon. I think they should have just not done that. They just should have had...
But every Stephen King story has, an outer force.
Which is fine, but, they shouldn't make that the sole focus of the movie. We already have this premise. Don't add, like, more shit onto it unless,
Which
like,
I think
it needs
he's just
it.
kind of shit-talking, like, the supernatural. I don't know. It's always in the stories.
I don't know. I did like the effects
Humanity will save the day through the power of love
and friendship.
And demons can suck it. And, I don't know, good old Steven. He used to be a little bit, he used to be a lot problematic when he was first writing his books in the 70s, but now he's not anymore. So I guess, like, you know, the joy of being an old ass fucking author, right?
Yeah. Anyway.
And not a filmmaker, because he only made one movie.
I get it. Anyway. To me, I did not mind the premise of this. I thought it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They shouldn't have added the demon to it, but that's just my personal personal preference. I feel like they could have been without it. I will admit, I
wouldn't mind if it was like, oh yeah, these kids follow a demon. Like, I wouldn't care. Like, I
wouldn't care either. But I feel like this movie could have done without it.
Balance it better.
Yeah, like balance it better, or like either include it or don't.
Yeah, but I think they go a lot more harder in the sequels.
This is why I want to see the other ones, just to see how different it gets. And apparently there's supposed to be a remake of this original one, so I also want to see how
remake of the remake of the remake.
No.
There's a lot.
One of them is supposed to be a remake of this movie, which I would like to see to compare it to each other.
Okay.
Because I would like to see what they do differently in it, because at that point it's like 2009.
Yeah. And
this came out in the 80s.
If you get uncomfortable, it's not my problem.
Yeah, but like there is uncomfortable topics in the other movies. More likely, we're not going to talk.
Honey, they're shown.
I know, but when we do the
part of the plot,
when we do the podcast for it, we're probably not going to talk about those parts.
I probably am going to spill it.
Not now. We're not spilling it now.
But like, you know, I saw these on the fucking Sci-Fi Channel when I was like 13, so that probably should.
Well, I'm not going to go into it. I won't go into it, but anyway.
What do you rate this one?
Premise-wise, I think it's interesting. I will admit that.
Movie-wise, you're rating it movie-wise.
I would probably give this probably like a 6.
I'm giving it a 4.
I would give it a 6.
Like, it's boring as shit.
Well, I will say that it is kind of boring.
But you couldn't make it through a Maximum Overdrive, so you know.
Maximum Overdrive, I hated. Like that movie was more boring than this. This at least it was interesting. That movie was boring.
No, I can't do that. Candyman 3 is the most boring fucking horror movie that I've ever seen.
I still think Maximum Overdrive is more boring. Anyway, but then we're not talking about that. But I give this a 6 out of 10.
I would not watch it again.
I probably wouldn't watch this version again, but I am curious.
Cujo's good. It was good.
Yeah. But I will say this though. I am curious to see how the other movies tackle this. I just want to see how they tackle it. That's
more
really
explicit ways. That's how. Because the more you're more shocking.
Can we not talk about it now?
No, I'm being serious.
I know, but that's how. Not talk about it right now.
I'm not talking about it, but that's how normal. I'm just saying that's how horror films are. The more explicit people are, the more it gets butts into seats, and the more stale they become. Honestly,
I get it. Anyway, what do you give it a 4?
Yeah.
Would you watch it again? Because I probably would more likely not.
No, I wouldn't.
I would rather watch Werewolves Within over this.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Well, okay. I will say this. If you make me watch this, you're watching one Saw movie.
Fine. I will do it if I get to watch the rest of these with you. And I get to watch the rest of Home Alone with you.
Oh my god, you're trading like 16 movies for one Saw movie.
I will make a deal with you.
Oh my god.
If we get to watch the rest of the Home Alone movies and make a franchise video for it, and we get to watch Children of the Corn franchise and do a podcast on the rest of the franchise, I will watch all the fucking Saw movies with you and do a Saw movie franchise video.
Okay.
I will do it if you let me do these.
If it makes you feel any better, not all of them are good. So, you know.
I know, but I don't care. I don't care.
Probably all of the movies you're gonna pick.
I will only watch the Saw movies and do a franchise video with you if you let me watch these and we do a the podcast on
Yeah.
the rest of the Home
You're
Alone
happy
movies
that
and this.
You're happy that I'm picking these movies. I could pick so much worse.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Yeah. Okay.
I could pick
Give me
all
pinky.
the fucking
Give me
poltergeists.
pinky. Give me your pinky.
There's like...
You have to commit to it.
I will commit to
Do
it.
you promise?
I will commit to it.
Say promise.
I promise I commit to it, but like...
Good beat.
You know, there's actually 3 poltergeist movies. I think there's 3 poltergeist movies.
I
But,
get it,
like,
but
there's a lot of, like, sequels to
I-
movies.
I know. I don't care.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's nice to see which ones are better, which ones are worse. We did that for Final Destination. What's wrong with doing it for all these other ones? I think it gives us something to... Are you saying you?
No, it's because, like, a lot of them are cheaply made, and I don't know how boring they're gonna get.
I don't care. Like, sometimes I will do it just to compare them. Like, if they're boring, fine. It's fine.
My goodness, it's not fine for me. You're better. Also, you better give me so much booze.
I will also buy you alcohol.
Yes.
If you let me do these.
Yes, because I didn't have alcohol when I had Candyman, so I'm gonna
Okay,
get alcohol
fine.
today.
You will get alcohol. I will
get
buy you
alcohol.
booze.
Okay, thank you.
I will buy you booze as well.
Contribute to my alcoholism.
If it makes you feel any better, if we do those, I will buy you booze and I will watch all the Saw movies with you. But I'm only gonna do it if you do that.
Buy me booze. I'll take a shot every single time there's a kill on screen.
Probably not that.
No, a shot of booze. Not like a shot of
just
liquor.
do like a swig.
Yeah, just a swig of every shot, and then you can have like a drink that's non-alcoholic, and you can like probably get like Mountain Dew or something.
No.
Get like a caffeinated drink and drink that.
It has to be on a day off
Okay,
next day because
that's
I'm not
fine.
dealing with that.
That's fine.
No.
You just take a swig every time someone gets
Fine.
killed or whatever.
Fine.
Or whenever you spot a trope.
We'll figure it out. But anyway,
There's a lot of
that's the end of the podcast. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for more Halloween spectacular stuff coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Mari.
I'm a bat.
Jay.
I'm gonna be a bat all this time.
And Jay the Bat.
Bwah, bwah, bwah.
We're out.